Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 11. Today we are going to analyze of a journal article on linguistic. Before we start this analysis, let me introduce our member. The first member is Fasihatul Mabrurah, second is Daniel Aziz Nurfala, and last is Visita Tunisa. The first analysis will deliver by me. Analysis of a journal article on linguistic. Title: The effectiveness of École Technique to improve reading comprehensive in relation to motivation and self-efficacy. For more information, you can see the screen. Okay. Next, research background. What is the background of the research? Students have some problem to get comprehensive in reading. Students have lack of vocabulary and grammar problem. Students also have some problem in reading motivation and self-efficacy. To handle both language problem and reading problem, the research made this study proposed a reading strategy or technique. Namely, ECOLA, extending concept through language activity. It is a reading technique focusing on students to involve in active learning through full language activity. The target goals of this technique is to enhance student natural reading ability. Why is he or she conducting that research? The research made this study to finding the effectiveness of ECOLA technique in teaching reading comprehensive view from student, motivation and self-efficacy in addition. In addition, it aims to know whether there is any difference of student reading comprehensive so by using École Technique view from motivation and self-efficacy. Okay, this for me, and then next material will be delivered by Daniel Aziz Nurfala. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Daniel Aziz Nurfala and I'm going to analyze the research methodology. And the type of this research is quantitative research because this research is collecting and analyzing numerical data. And then the object or subject of the research. The subject of this research is École Technique in reading comprehension. Meanwhile, the subject is students. And then the technique of collecting data. The researcher made reading tests for students and distributed it into the student in the class. Pre-test before treatment and post-test after treatment. For the collecting data, researcher made a questionnaire and reading test. The total item of the reading test include 30 items consisting of 5 items in the form of essay and 25 in the multiple choices. And then the technique of data analysis. This article data analysis technique using descriptive and inferential analysis. The descriptive analysis was aimed at finding out the data of student reading comprehension, motivation, and self-efficacy attained before and after the treatment in the control and experimental class. The data of those include the mean, median, mode, and standard deviation of scores. Meanwhile, the inferential analysis was the process of making conclusions based on fewer sample data into a more general conclusion. It was dedicated to analyzing the data through statistical analysis, namely normality distribution, homogeneity of variance, and multi-factor analysis of variance or ANOVA. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fasilatul Mabruro and I'm going to analyze about the result of finding. The finding of the study was description about the effectiveness of e-color technique to improve reading comprehension in relation to motivation and self-efficacy. The data of the pre-test and post-test was gained from the experimental class by using the reading test to know student reading comprehension. Researchers used questionnaires to the two classes, the control and experimental class, where the AIFU class implemented the e-color technique, while the control class tried by using the conventional technique. Based on the data gained, there was no significant interaction between the technique, motivation, and self-efficacy, because it was indicated by the value of psi 0 to 102 was higher than significant level 0.5. To improve student reading comprehension, the e-color technique is accepted. Okay, I think enough for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.